Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and here I talk about mental health, minimalism, lifestyle in general, and my little family's journey of trying to have a baby. And today we are talking about something that I saw on Threads recently, which was people talking about 5 of the best things that they spent money on in their 20s. So that's what we're talking about today. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing is therapy. This is number one. Number one is therapy. I have been in therapy on and off for the last 3 years or so, and I can honestly say that it has made a world of difference in my life. And I think that a lot of people who do go to therapy in their 20s would also agree with this one. I think that this is a very meaningful one. I was thinking this morning about the impact that my therapist has had on my life, and I had just put makeup on and I started crying, which, yeah, not ideal, not great timing. Should have probably done that beforehand. Not that you can plan that stuff, but anyway, honestly, I think that going to therapy in your 20s is such an awesome thing to do. I think that sometimes our culture can really let us down with this almost like trauma Olympics of only the most messed up people can go to therapy, or only the people who are like struggling to absolutely do the most basic things in life can go to therapy. And that's not true. That's definitely not true. We all have a right to feel happy and good in our lives. And like, yes, therapists are there for when you are at that really difficult, messy place. The ambulance has gone off the cliff. Yep, that's the one. But we are allowed to seek help at whatever stage of us struggling. And I think that that absolutely needs to be normalized. We want ideally to be dealing with things when they're starting to be an issue for us, or we're starting to know that they're an issue for us, and then put that oxygen mask on early. Help us get the tools that we need to be able to better deal with what's going on in our lives. So for me, and from what I saw on this little like Threads discussion, a lot of people have said that spending money on therapy in their 20s was one of the best things that they ever did. Okay, number 2 is efficient heating and cooling. As I say this, I am sitting under a heat pump, which is a very New Zealand thing. It's like an energy exchange heating and cooling unit. I could put a picture of one here. Let's do that. Let's show the people what they want to see. Living in New Zealand, heating and cooling is a very important thing. It's not like we're in Arizona and it gets to like deathly temperatures in the summer, but New Zealand is not like a lot of other countries. We're not like, I was going to say the States, but there can be some very humid parts of the States anyway. We're not super generic. We are a subtropical environment, which means that we get very damp. And so New Zealand in summer can be very oppressive and very difficult to sleep at night, for one thing, but especially in winter, you'd be hard pressed to find people who do not get mold inside in winter. It gets very damp. New Zealand houses do not have like proper heating ventilation systems built into them, like countries where it gets really, really cold. I'm thinking like European countries where it's built into the building that you have ventilation and heating and all of this. I know that in the States that's the case a lot of the time. In Canada that's the case a lot of the time. I think in the UK as well, right? Like we thought it through. New Zealand, we're just like 4 walls, she'll be right. Yeah, so without the heating, without the ventilation, with the high humidity, it gets very damp. You get a lot of like condensation on the insides of windows. You get a lot of things going moldy. We have had to throw out clothes and shoes in previous houses, not so much in this house. We've been very lucky, but it's just a really, really big problem. I had to move out of a flat, would have been about 6 years ago, because we could not get the house warm and dry. I remember the corner of my bedroom, you could like push the wall and it would move because it was so damp. It was horrible. So anyway, that is something that since moving here, installing this unit, and then also getting a movable dehumidifier and heater in the house has just been such a godsend. It's it's those small, simple luxuries, but having a home that has efficient heating and cooling just makes such a big difference to your well-being. And so that is something that we were very, very grateful to spend money on in our 20s. The third thing is again related to our house, which is storage. Now I am going to show you, I'll move over here, let me scooch on over. I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of our house from when we first moved in. Well, actually there's not that many pictures because there's not that much storage to show. So I've probably shown it now. There was the kitchen and the bathroom. Okay, and that was all of our storage. There was no storage in the bedrooms. There is no attic storage. There is, I mean, technically there's underhouse storage, but it's literally like dirt crawl space. You could, I mean, we did once put stuff in boxes under there, like big plastic tubs, but usable storage in the house was like 6 or 8 cabinets in the kitchen, some of which were inaccessible because of where the fridge had to go, and then under the bathroom sink. That was it. That was it for the entire house. So since moving in here, we have put a shed out back, which has a lot of our DIY stuff in it, which is awesome. We have totally redone the kitchen and have way more storage in that, which is also awesome. We have furniture that enables us to have storage. So we have like storage under our TV in the unit there. I made a little shelf thing to go at the front door that has storage. We also have storage on the walls in our kitchen, and I'll put some photos here. We also have, so I'll probably show you the kitchen. We have redone the bathroom. We have put a big wardrobe into our bedroom, which is so great. And then I've also installed wall shelves in my husband's like trumpet workroom because he has a lot of trumpets because he's a professional player. And this has made such a big difference. Oh my gosh. I wish I was more interesting sitting here at the age of 28, but I'm not. I'm sitting here telling you about the wonders of storage. Obviously, as a minimalist, I know that like at the end of the day, sometimes you just need to get rid of stuff. You can't storage your way out of having clutter, having too much stuff. Blah, blah, blah. We get it, right? We get it. But when you have no storage, it just gets out of hand. Oh, I very much look forward to the day when we have even more, just like a cupboard in the hallway to put sheets and towels and, oh my goodness, it would be amazing. Anyway, sorry. But the storage that we have put into this house since moving here has just been such a game changer. Just the ability to have a space feel organized, decluttered, to feel like you can actually use the space because you can easily access things rather than, gosh, I remember when we were in lockdown here and we had to have extra food on hand, and then there was natural disaster stuff, so we had to have extra food and extra water. Having to keep all of that just in plastic tubs piled up was just such a pain, and now having proper space to put things, it's just the simple things in life. Okay, the fourth thing is basic DIY tools. We have done a lot of little things in this house. We have painted this, I refurbed this, I did a terrible job of it, but that's fine. We have done a lot of different things in our house. I did our kitchen renovation basically single-handedly. We had a bit of help for demolition. We paid to have the plumbing and electrical done and the countertop installed because you really cannot do that yourself. So I did a lot of work on our house, and a lot of that was possible due to having basic DIY tools. I say basic because they weren't the super expensive ones. It was still like a circular saw and different drills and that kind of thing, but it wasn't crazy, you know? I think to me it's stuff that you can easily fit in like a shed or on a couple of shelves, and it has saved us so much money, like so much money, it's ridiculous. So yeah, for us, having a house that we need to maintain and that we need to do work on, it has just been such a lifesaver. To be honest, I would have almost got like more fancy stuff or like more like versatile equipment rather than just the basics. That would have been my choice rather than not getting it. I definitely value having the tools that we have and what we've been able to do in our house with it. Okay, and then the fifth thing on my list of the best things that I spent money on in my 20s is my dog. Is my puppy doggy. Oh, he is over there sleeping right now and he is so heckin' adorable, but I'm gonna ask him to come over here so you guys can see him. Just give me 1 sec. Biley, can you come here? Can you come say hi to everyone? Good boy, come here. Can you hop up? Oh, hi buddy. Hello, thank you for kisses. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Yes, I loves you too. Big yawn. So this is the last thing that I'm so glad that I spent money on in my 20s. This little guy right here. This little guy. My bestest little buddy. He's pretty sleepy right now. We're gonna go for a walk soon, but yeah, I have always loved animals since I was a kid, and I've always loved dogs, and I never got to have a dog when I was a kid. Oh, big yawn. This guy, he's a rescue pup. He's 3 years old now. We've had him 2.5 years. He is a border collie cross, so he's quite high energy, and we think that this beautiful brindle coloring is from Whippet. So he's also very fast. So yeah, he was advertised as a medium energy dog. Oh, and he's lying down. Okay, let's bring the camera around. Oh my goodness. Are we down here? Are we bud? He was advertised as a medium energy dog. He is not a medium energy dog. He is a high energy boy. So but he's so good. Like, physically forcing us to get out for a walk every day. I mean, my husband takes him in the morning. Teefs, smile. And I take him in the afternoon. But he's just, oh, bless you. He's just hilarious. He's just so funny. He's just such a funny, fun little guy. He just brightens up my day so much. So yeah, this is the last thing that I really am glad I spent money on in my 20s. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please like the video. Please subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of this Bailey. For all of you CAT lovers out there, look, I'm sorry that I don't have one. My husband and I are both allergic, and this little guy is terrified of them. He just wants them to go away and to not scare us. He's just little, you see. He's not that little. He's 22 kilos. Comment down below if that's little. Oh, bless you. Sorry. So anyway, let's pull this up. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.